The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Now it's Mbappe. Israel ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Well, played right into his path. Oh, super ball! Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rummenigge. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patience.
Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Fernandez tries a shot! Paris have the... Here's a chance! And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Camavinga. And it's Simons. And Kubasi. Van Dijk plays it all the way forward. Goes for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here.
And he shoots! Rummenigge. Mbappe is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe! Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you'll have to take whatever way it comes, and I'm very grateful.
There's the shot! Dispatched clinically. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that really is so impressive. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mateus. Played out to the left flank. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Goal! Israel! They've done it! It was coming! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Israel get themselves into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
The ball, great chance! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He's through here. He has found a way through. Can he finish? Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Israel have their second corner now. Mbappe plays it short. Oh, shooting chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Shot! And he's done it! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
But pour l'équipe d'Israël. Après 41 minutes de jeu par le numéro 5.
Israel go into the lead. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for movement. Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. And he gets big! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Mbappe.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
He's gone for goal. Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And it's Fernandez. Now it's Haaland.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Simons. Good driving run. And the first half is done.
OK, apart from the obvious mishap, it's been a good half. They're still in the driving seat.
Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And we are back underway. Pele. Oh, good spread. Kubasi. Fernandez. Passes coming off in quick succession
Such
here.
good technique.
And he's away. Rummenigge. And that's been intercepted. Spread out to the left. And he's decided to go for it. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Simons. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, facing up. Has a shot! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk. Played through into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Goes for a shot! They've scored! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Après 57 minutes de jeu par le numéro 11.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Not the most accurate pass. Fernandes. And it's Messi. Played back to the goalkeeper. Now Van Dijk. And it's Messi. Almost an hour gone. Alvarez does really well. Could be danger here. Now it's Pelé, distributed tidily. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Now it's Fernandes. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can spring out of defence. Fernandes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Haaland, who's set up one goal so far. He's having a hit! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Camavinga, oh, good-looking ball.
Niceties are not part of...
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
And it's Alexander-Arnold.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Rafael Varane
Is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Kubasi. Pass is just off target.
looking for a corner. Keeper's dealt with that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And a chance! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And he's done it again. He's got his shoots. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And again. And somehow he managed to miss it.
Haaland has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Attention, changement.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Haaland! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Who saw this coming? Israel are hurt by just about the final punch. And that's not going to reach. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Israel clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Messi, le numéro 6. À leur place, le numéro 8, le numéro 13.
Israel making consecutive changes here.
Changement en cours.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Haaland, he's on it, can he get away? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's in on goal! Del Piero.
Il y aura 6
Steps
minutes de
in,
temps
and that's the
additionnel.
end of that. That's a nicely shaped ball.
He is through here. Now it's Pato! Oh, it's hit the post.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Fernandez has it out wide and in space. He's in space and looking for options.
Donatoni. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified.
He's a sharp little ball here. Fernandez looking to get on the end of this. Terrific header! The last act of a game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He's picked his way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
And time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe goes short. Great chance! They've scored!
Well, one score, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Israel have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now it's Yamal. Varane wins the duel this time. Rummenigge. Pele. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Number 22,
Israel are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, great header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Header comes in! And he's there to get it away. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Israel are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. Israel have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Yamal. Throw it. Mateus conjures, applies the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. An instinctive delivery. Danger averted for now. Ball's gone out of play. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ekitike. Now it's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Takes a shot. Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Mbappe with the short one. He's had a shot! Oh, bang on target. Corner number 3 coming up. Mbappe plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Alexander-Arnold. João Neves. He is through here. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And he was quick to react. João Neves. And it's Messi. Now it's Pelé. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely shaped ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's intervened well there. Just about within shooting range. It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Can he get on the end of this? Pelé receives it in a good position here. Could move up a gear here. Stood up well to him there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Messi. And the shot! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's in on goal! Mateus is there to clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Dyer. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get it through? That has not gone well. And it's Messi. Messi has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Jimenez. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Israel clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Israel go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half. Mbappe is someone with real dynamite in his boots. It's a really well-measured ball. And the return pass.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's away. It's Pele! Ekitike. And this is Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way, shapes to shoot, and it's come back out to him. And yes, it's there! And the second half is off to a flyer. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, super find. Look at this, and the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. That's another chance! Israel have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for a shot! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. He's found the way through. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Can he finish? Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a little off target. Rafael Varane is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Israel can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Not the most accurate pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Over to the left. Now it's Mbappe. Rummenigge. Fernandez. Now Mbappe. Passes short and shoots! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution.
Israel get their 4th corner. They've played it short. And he welcomes it in. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. The ball has bounced loose now. He's gone for goal. Pele. And that would have won it.
Pele is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
They're up to 5 corners now. Mbappe goes short. Can he finish? And that's a real chance missed.
Substitution in progress.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And it's been taken short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that's been cut out. Well played. And he's managed to get free. Oxlade-Chamberlain driving. Chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just 1 down as opposed to 2.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Sunset, and the finish! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Out to the left it goes. It's a promising position. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pele with the cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Rafael Varane.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. It's a good foot in there. Now it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. That ball looks a good one. Decent chance! And it's in! Deep into injury time! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Israel. Number 6.
Israel have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Palmeiras give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Mateus with a definite foul there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what possessed him to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
Number 23.
That has been slung wide. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Israel pull through, sometimes by hook. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Played out wide. He's gone for goal. Oh, a very decent attempt. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's neat. Rummenigge. Jim, who do you reckon is... That's rather hopeful. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's having a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Out to the left it goes. No way through, so back it comes. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This is their second corner of the game. Mbappe plays it short. Can he finish? Off the post! And now a sudden chance to counter. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Mbappe. And here's Messi. Tries to play it through. Good read, needed to be. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking tidy in possession here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Messi. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pass somewhat off target. Alexander-Arnold. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Fernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van Dijk.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Inter clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Hazard looking to get on the end of this. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's well spotted. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Israel have their third corner. Mbappe goes short. And he shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Saliba. Hazard. Mateus. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Messi, in by... A header! Goal! Inter! First blood drawn.
Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
There's the shot! Dispatched clinically. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
After 43 minutes is
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Kylian Mbappe.
Israel grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Saliba. Alexander-Arnold. Varane gets over. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Shot, surely! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he's had it nicked away. Spread out to the left. Mbappe! Oh, that's fabulous. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, just skips past his man. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Saint-Maximin. Threads one in. Saint-Maximin showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Saint-Maximin. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance! Goal! Inter! And they're back in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, that was vital.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Israel may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he was alert to it. That pass has been well intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. To Bruno Fernandes. And it's Camavinga. Fernandes. Oh, real chance to break. Fernandes. He's having a go. It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor
Substitution in
intensity.
progress.
Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Camavinga. And it's Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandes. Driving on and making... Tries a shot! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Fernandes under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And the counter is on. He's tried one!
Substitutions taking place.
So their fourth corner of the game. Mbappe with the short one. Oh, chance for a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Ah, that was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Fernandes. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he get it through? Said gets into a good position. And he whips it in. Oh, smashing header! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going two down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
And they've got a throw. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Messi. Mbappe. Into the last 5 minutes. And it's Messi. Fernandes in acres of space out wide.
Inter nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. Bruno Fernandes.
There will be 3
Rummenigge.
minutes added time.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Distributed tidily.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He is through here. Messi.
That's good play from him.
He's being urged to shoot. And that's play. Real chance! Fair effort. He reacted well.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Substitution for Israel. Number 5.
Israel have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Number 9, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 22.
Tato. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You
face to face with the keeper. He's having a shot! So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Mbappe. And it's lofted through here. Oh, delightful ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. And now they can clear their lines. Not the most accurate pass. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Goes for a shot! Mateus. No goals as yet. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Israel with the corner, there first. Mbappe goes short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Goes for goal! It's hit the upright. And now a sudden chance to counter. DiMarco. Stood up well to him there. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost. He's gone for goal! And he's lifted it over.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
And back to the goalkeeper. Czech, the great organiser of defence. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Olise. That looks a cracking ball. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Mbappe is someone with... He's having a hit! And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Donadoni looking to run onto it. And they've got rid. He's only too happy to take that back. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Ball's gone out of play. Well, there's the clearance. It's a pretty loose pass. Mateus. Fernandez. Marquinhos makes the interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That's going to go a long way. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. He's gone for goal, and he's had a hit. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's let fly. Alexander-Arnold. Schlotterbeck. Threads one in. Now it's Donatoni. Tries to pass it through. And he's gone looking for safety. He is through here. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Here we go again then.
Israel are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pele! Brilliant from Pele!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop.
Oh, what has happened here?
Barcelona really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a...
That's rather hopeful. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Olise gets rid without sophistication. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries from distance. Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Corner number 3 coming up. Mbappe plays it short. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. It's a promising position. Brilliantly cut out. Donatoni! Donatoni! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Israel have the chance to go the other way.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Alexander-Arnold. And he's there to retrieve it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Cleared away. That is ended up in no man's land. And he can clear it away. Cruyff. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Varane picks it up from the goal kick. Ooh, delicate chip through. Nicked it back promptly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance for a shot! It's in! Barcelona are back in business! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he was alert to it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Pass somewhat off target. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Can he get onto this? And he's taking no chances there.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well, that has not gone well. Now that looks a decent ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's a good ball. Not too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Has a look and plays it. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Cruyff.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's found a way through. Oh, that's nice. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 20. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 27. El dorsal 8. Park Ji-sung.
It's a good ball out wide. And the through ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Now it's Rosicki. Fernandez. That's that, the end. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Good chance here! That's a good run down the left. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Villa. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. It's a good run down the right. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. And here's Vinicius Junior. Now this could be a chance. Vinicius Junior! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Israel have the chance to go the other way. Pass somewhat off target. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's got away. Well timed, excellent interception. And that pass just didn't quite work. Pedri, now it's Vinicius Junior. He's on it, can he get away? Rodri promptly onto that, and that is that. Shot could be on. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Neymar. Great chance! It's fallen kindly here. It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, the pass is intercepted. Now, can they get him away? Can he get it through? And this is Pele!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He is through here! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Half an hour played now. That pass has been well intercepted. It's played through for him, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That has not gone well.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Vinicius Junior.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Lovely, now then. Neymar! In for the pieces! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now.
That's rather hopeful. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pelé. Rummenigge. Out towards the flank. He's shifting through the gears here. That's the keeper's ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Israel really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
He's in a great position here. Takes a shot! In he goes again. And it's there! And they are cruising away. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
A case now of complete control.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Climbs up big! It's in! A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So is this the start of a comeback?
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Mateus. Pelé.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Great reaction! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mbappe plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. This looks promising. Israel really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
David Villa.
He's through here. He's found the way through. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Pelé.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mbappe. Back towards the middle. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior with a beautifully timed run. Spread out to the left. He's having a go! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Mateus. Rummenigge. No, that's been intercepted. Rodri. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Mateus. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that is a nice touch. He has found the way through. And the finish! They've done it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Israel get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
No, he wasn't going to let him past.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. Is there any support? He might not need it. And it's Roberto Carlos. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Pelé. He's picked his way through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pelé. It's a really well-measured ball. Israel are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
The ball has bounced loose now. Shot a goal! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Mbappe clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Substitution for Israel. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 22, Mbumo. Number 2, Varane. Number 6,
Cannavaro calmly anticipates.
Number 20, coming on the field. Number 13.
Now it's Mbappe.
Del Piero.
Tacho
Number 15,
gets across to intercept that.
Number 11,
That has been cut
Rudiger.
short.
Number 8, Donadoni. Number 51, William Pacho.
This is Del Piero.
Substitutions taking place.
And the shot!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Fernandez. No way through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a sharp pass. And that's it. Israel can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and welcome
The fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all
match.
the stops to make this a
Israel
monumental
against
occasion.
Montpellier.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
We have already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Hullet.
Now it's Pele.
That's been cut out, well played.
He's being urged to shoot.
Chooses to go back.
And he's cut it out. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
And he's there to get it away. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And he's quick to get it clear again. Tries to pass it through. And this is Pele! Pele! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
And again! Goal! Israel! There is the breakthrough!
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Rising over the bar.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
That has not gone well.
Has a look and plays it forward. And this is Forlan.
Cannavaro gets it clear.
And that's been won straight back.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a pretty loose pass.
And this is Forlan. He's shifting through the gears here. In by Reich. He gets big against the crossbar.
Pele. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0.
And Hullet! Good hit, kept the keeper honest.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
He is through here.
Applies the finish!
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's heaved it away.
And he's on his way.
Zanetti.
Israel have really been terrific at snuffing out the...
Tries from a long way out. And he's picked it up out wide. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. And that's another good win of the ball.
And the shot! He has done it! And this is getting better and better. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Israel are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Fernandez cuts out the pass. Not the most accurate pass. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. That has been cut short.
Pull it.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Israel clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nicely aimed pass. Nice interception, well timed.
Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, good-looking ball.
That's a sharp pass.
Oh, super ball.
Long ball upfield.
Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Might be danger here. Now it's Pelé. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Israel really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose taking place.
Israel ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Looking tidy in possession here. Mateus getting this one clear. Out for a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Israel couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Mbappe. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance. Pelé! Oh, he's been caught on it here. That looks a good cross. Tries a shot! He's having a go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe with the short one.
That is a brilliant interception.
He's having a hit!
Rijkaard. He's had it taken off him.
Well, that is one way to stop him. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Pass just lacking in accuracy.
That's rather hopeful.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And they win it back again.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's Zanetti. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. 60 minutes played. Now it's Pelé. He can run onto that. He's through, now is he in? Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Yellow or red? It is red.
Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, Mbappe!
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent.
Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
And he's let fly. And that is a routine catch.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
And this is Batistuta. That's going to go a long way. Mateus. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And they can counter here. And smartly reclaimed. It's run loose here.
Montpellier appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
The ball has bounced loose now. Rummenigge trying to keep this in. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And this is Batistuta. Real chance! He scores! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Can he get it through? And he's managed to get free. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Probably be looking to play it square from here. Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Mateus. And he's taking no chances there.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Rijkaard. Very much into the last knockings. Mateus. Good effort from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past. This ended up in no man's land. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, good spread. He's on it, can he get away? He's got away. He's having a shot! It's a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. That's that, the end. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this.
Israel come into this game in full survival mode. Avoid defeat and they are safe. But that is much easier said than done. Can they do it? We're about to find out. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter.
Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! And that's got him off to a flyer!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them up.
Shapes to shoot!
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Israel with the corner, they're first. Mbappe with the short one. Nice control. It's a searching pass. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Pele! It's off target and by quite a way.
Pele clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
That'll be a throw-in. De Bruyne. Bremer gets a foot in here. Yamal. Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. And it's De Bruyne. Looking for options for movement. Well, that looks a decent ball. Nice looking ball. Tacho gets over and intercepts. Messi threads one in. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. No way through. Now it's Yamal. Looking to go deep. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Haaland. Pele, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And that was nowhere near his best. And he was quick to react. Played out towards the right wing, and he's intervened well there.
Israel are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's had it nicked away. Has a look and plays it forward. Rodri. Now it's Haaland.
Real chance!
It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's a goal kick. Rafael Varane goes direct. Can he get on the end of this? The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Fernandes. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Tacho cuts out the pass. Some resolute defending there. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now that's well seen too. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And back to the keeper they go. That That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tries to pass it through. Pacho promptly onto that, and that is that. That has not gone well. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's Pele! Oh, the ball goes for a shot! It's a loose ball. And he's let fly. Out to the left it goes. Kimmich. Yamal. Here's Rodri. De Bruyne. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. He could be in here. That's great. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's managed to get free. He saw the danger. Oh, that's horribly mistimed. And it's given. Penalty. Israel faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. The chance to pull further clear. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Good read, needed to be.
Pele.
They need to play...
And we've reached half-time. Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He's got away. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Quality ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. No, it's not getting there. Now it's Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Haaland. They've got to be quick to recover this. Can he get it through? Oh, no joy this time. Pele looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, that's a key interception.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
That is ended up in no man's land. That's a shade optimistic. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Good running, strong. Big chance! Rummenigge.
He's picked his way through. No, there's no going past him this time. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely weighted ball. Out to the right. Taken back almost at once. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. That's a good ball out wide. He's found the way through. Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Looking for the run. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And no, that was never going to make it. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Rummenigge. No, he's not getting past him there. Good ball, good take. Aims beyond the defence. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not the most accurate pass. And he's found a way past. And here's Haaland. Now, can they get him away? Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Yamal. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. That is a brilliant interception. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a cute ball. Looking to play him in. And there's green grass ahead of him. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Kimmich. Yamal looking to run onto it. He is through here. Swings in across. He rises. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Cambio de jugadores.
Israel are making a change now. Hakimi calmly anticipates.
Habrá un
Mbappe.
minuto de descuento.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's shifting through. Del Piero! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bremer attempts to... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were